Hi Abby, this is your reading. So I'm starting off with a past issue with you, and I feel that you was in a controlled environment where this is the past, where you was told on your journey, you was told what to do, and you went along with it. And I feel on this journey, or how things were, you was going along with the flow because someone else was in the driving seat. You wasn't in the driving seat, and this other person I feel was in the driving seat. I feel they were still in the driving seat, going forward, and because of the control. Okay, I feel they're getting all the glamour. Everything's all there. You're sort of sitting back. Very similar. Have you heard the song "Wind Beneath My Wings," where the person saying, "Oh, you was the one with all the glory." Someone was getting all the glory, and someone was sitting back in the shadows. I feel you are sitting back in the shadows. Someone else is in the driving seat, getting all the glory, having all the fun, and I feel you're back in. You are in the back, in the shadows. That's what it feels like. This is regarding your past. So, and I feel it's still resonating with you now, as I feel the energies are being distributed out, and you're not. Actually, feels like you're not getting your fair share of love. But you seem to be content with that. It's interesting why I got that song "Wind Beneath My Wings." It's where the praising the person who was in the background, and I feel you seem to be happy in the background. For some reason, you seem to be happy to being in the back, or that's where you seem to be at the moment. You still seem to be in the back, not getting your fair share of the attention, the energies. Having said that, I do feel you are. There is a want. Even though you're happy with things, are just going along with the flow, sitting back in the shadows, I feel there's a want from you. The inner knowledge, it feels like, yes, it feels like you know when you're deep within your heart, you know the real reason or how things should be. If someone was to be in your situation, you would be giving them different advice to the advice you're giving yourself. And I feel that's like a knot in your stomach, which is telling you what you should be doing, like that intuition still going around in your head with you. So, and I feel there's a want for you to say, it's my time to bloom, my time to shine. Even though you've been quite content with sitting in the back, there's a want for you to say, right, this is my springtime now, this is when my petals are going to open, this is when I want to shine. And I feel that coming from you. I'm picking up again about, it feels very repetitive. Each time I'm going further into the reading, I'm getting the same thing. You sitting back in and not getting any of the sunlight. And I feel it's a deeper issue than just a quick brief reading I'm giving you now. I feel it goes back to some roots, some past issues way back, more childhood issues that's affecting you, why you are the way you are now. So turn around, look at the bigger picture, because it's not all sad. Even though you want it, it doesn't seem to be a problem for you to be where you are, but there is an inner knot within you saying, I want to bloom, I want to flower. And I feel this is a conflict between what you know is right and a past issue with you going way back. Way too much to go into on a brief tarot reading, especially one on video where I'm not even speaking to you. And I think that's, personally, I think you need to have a look within yourself and go through some self-healing, because I feel something, past issues causing you to be the way you are now. And sometimes people, even they're in not the best environment, they seem to want to stay there because they seem to be, because it's familiar, they seem to be comfortable with the familiar. And I feel that's something where you are, because it's something you're familiar with, you're like, okay, I'll just go along with it, rather than having, as I said earlier, your chance for the sun to shine in you, your springtime, your time to bloom. And so if you can, I don't think you will be just yet. I feel there's a lot of self-discovery and thinking back, self-healing for you to realise about breaking away, because I feel you seem to be tied in. You know, some people choose the bad person, and I'm not saying you've chosen a bad person, but I feel you seem to be attracted to the wrong energies, because I don't think it's bringing out the best in you. But because of a past issue I keep on picking up with you, you seem to be going back into this comfort, the comfort zone, even though it's not very comfortable. It's more familiar, making you think it's comfortable. The image I get, I don't know whether you exercise or not, or if you've done exercise after not exercising. When you first start exercising, it's quite painful to stretch and push out your boundaries, but once you've actually realised you can stretch out and breathe and be a lot more flexible, you think, wow, this is great, I wish I'd have done that. But if you don't, you keep on sinking back, and then you go within yourself and you don't push. I know it's sometimes when you push a muscle to stretch, it can be sore, and I feel it will be a painful thing for you to push away from this. But after you've gone over the pain threshold with exercising, you think, oh great, I should have done this ages ago. And I feel this is going to be something similar with you. Once you deal with these past issues, you'll be open up and be a lot more relaxed, rather than going back into this comfort zone, the safety zone, or the familiar zone, which you're seeing as the comfort zone, if that makes sense. So this is nice. I do see you challenging, you making starts regarding these issues that's come up in this reading. I'm advising you to speak to get some help, ideally professional help, but I still don't feel that you are ready for the professional help. I think it's going to be like a buddy to speak to, for you to have a chat, give you the pep talk to build you up ready for that next stage. I feel it's quite a long journey for you you've got ahead of you, which is like a self-healing thing. So let me quickly recap. How long have I been waffling for? 9 minutes. I'll try and speed up because these can get a bit boring. The past issue where you've been controlled, someone's in the driving seat all the time, you're back in the shadows, not having any time, not having any sunlight shining on you. Even with the energies, there's a bit when people say, when there's fun going around or in conversations, I feel something about you just slightly pulling back and being content to be pulling back. While everything else is going on, you seem to be quite happy just to sort of take a little bit of a step back on it. And that's where I feel you are at the moment. Even though you are comfortable with this, there's a knot within you, like an inner knowledge thinking, I know really what I'm doing is wrong. it's not bringing out the best of me. I should really start pushing out and letting my petals bloom, letting the sun shine on me. And I actually feel you when you walk around the place thinking, oh, I want, without, if only I could just do this and do that. I feel like there's that want from within you asking for it. So turn around, look at the bigger picture and start awakening. Don't try and avoid to go back with the familiar, mistaking it's the comfort. Because you're familiar with something doesn't mean it's the comfort thing, and it doesn't mean it's the right thing. It's just because you're familiar with it. So try to break away from that. I don't feel you're quite ready for the big strong break, but I do feel things waking up within inside you ready for this. I feel you starting to challenge past issues. My advice is for you, ideally get professional help, but I don't think you're ready for that yet. So start speaking to friends, close friends, people you trust, have a chat with them, and then build up to the bigger picture on this healing. So I hope this has helped you. Sorry it's a bit of a miserable reading, but I feel it's something where it's what's come up in the reading. I don't pick what to speak about. The messages come up in the cards, and that's what the messages are for you today. As with all the readings on this group, please remember to leave me feedback so I know whether I managed to connect with you or not, and it helps me progress as a reader as well. So many thanks to you, many blessings.